Well, howdy, my noble friend Sir Kagababu is back with World of Tanks, and this time I'm going to be showing you a couple of games, hopefully, which would highlight the strengths and weaknesses of this very vehicle. Now, this is, make no mistakes, a standard T34-85 with a bit of differences just to make it a little bit different than the other Brazilian T34-85 clones Wargaming has already put in the game. Rudy, well, it's a Polish vehicle because it used to be a popular TV show. Don't know about it, but bonus, we get an immortal radio operator, Sharik the dog. So fun it is. Back in the day when this vehicle was introduced, when you got spotted, the dog barked, but then it stopped barking. What is going on? Don't know about it. That feature does not work anymore, or perhaps it did, never did. I can't remember. Perhaps I am getting old, so memory is not serving me well. Anyways, without further ado, you don't really need to know much about it. All the standard T34 and the T34-85M and this Rudy, I mean, there are so many, one loses count, and Wargaming were not done with the T34-85s. I mean, it's like fine, it's a 100mm, but damn man, T34 versions has been milked the shit out of in this game, and I like it this way. One can never have too many T34-85s. Bring them on. Alright, let's jump into some gameplay, partners. On to the battlefield. Well, right off the bat, we find ourselves in a tier 8 matchup on the Stojanki map, and I am headed toward the hill area on the Bravo 6 region. I fire a hopeful shot on the move at the Cromwell and miss. So object 703 has been spotted, so has the Tiger B, and this matchup is, well, I am glad that I found a shot into the object 703 too. By the looks of it, the way the 703-2 driver played his vehicle, well, he was a good player, sure, but I mean, poor guy had no tank destroyer support from the back, and he was just fighting against the tide. Doesn't matter, we can't put too much mind about the 703-2 because we have been shot by our counterpart in the tier 6 Soviet vehicle, the Soviet Medium Tank Platoon, the T34-85M. We are matched up against a heavy set of vehicles in the shape of Cromwell Berlin, LTG T8 light tank, and Progetto 46, and my retreat was blocked off by the EZ-8. Meanwhile, we managed to finish off the Cromwell. Heavy fighting is going on. Also, the artillery is raining death upon us, and we are just in the thick of things. Meanwhile, looking at the map, enemy has invested heavily over there at the J5 dip region, and our guys, instead of that 88 being over here providing sniping support, well, he is just in the thick of things. Our Caliban is over there as well. So basically all the enemy heavy vehicles have been invested over there, which is unreal and which is weird indeed. Now Progetto 46 was making a run for it, and our guys have won it, and I am going to push into the enemy ranks aggressively to press the attack. 703-2 is being ganged up by our light tank AMX 1375. Even though he was being hit from the back, 703 chose to shoot at me, and he is going to pay the price. Die, you 703. I have no sympathy for your for you actually. Was going to say something else. Anyways, moving on swiftly, pressing the attack further. Our team has the initiative. Enemy has hunkered down in the base region. Crusader SP on the enemy team is making a run for it, and we are hoping to get some damage. Look at our damage count, 441, so we haven't done much yet. Box tank is available. We are on 1 kill. We fire, we kill the box tank, and all of his 1 hit point remaining, so a kill was secured most definitely. No time to stop, pressing on the attack. My plan was to move against the enemies and hopefully spot the hell out of them so that our team can kill them, or perhaps we will be able to get a few cheeky kills as well. This game looks simple, but it didn't look simple. It was a good fight. We won on the hill. Securing one of the flanks is always fantastic. Lorraine 5550 was making a run for it. We managed to kill it off as well. Now we are on 3 kills. T34-85 got spotted. I, instead of hitting the T34-85 spotted the artillery and tried to finish it off, which in hindsight I should not have done. It's the T34-85 who was the dangerous target. I should have focused him. AMX 5100 is at the corner in K1 region, and he is making life hell for us, sniping our targets. This T34-85 has sacrificed a lot of dissidents in Stalin's name, and he was saved by a building. Now I fire a shot, it bounces. He returns fire and setting me on 4 hit points, which was unfortunate. I take a peak shot, couldn't afford to stay out in the open. I switched to gold rounds. I fire and bounce another one. T34-85 was subsequently finished off by our P43 BIS. We put a round into the Caliban, second round into him, and he was finished off as well. Now only the M6 and AMX VK3001P remain. We put a round into the M6. Sadly, he moved behind the building. We put a round into the VK3001P, but sadly it goes into the ground. We were fantastically lucky, ammo racking the VK, getting 600 damage, and now M6 raises his gun as in to just surrender and waiting to die. When we entered into this engagement, we weren't really on good hit points damage wise, but in the end we managed to secure 5 kills and 2200 damage. Now let's move on to another game. Well, this time we find ourselves in a tier 6 matchup on the Ghost Town map, and I have decided right off the bat to move into the city because I just want to fight it out where the most hit points are going to be. My plan was to use my turret armor to engage the enemy. My opposite number T34-85 is in front of me. I put a round into him and do decent damage, 191 to be exact. And this VK3001P looks like he is not a very good player, I must say. And KV2 has put a round into him, taking away 690 of his hit points, and there goes down a vehicle 3001P. Fantastic result for the home team. Now opposite against us is the T150 heavily armored vehicle and the T34-85. My friends are with me as well, and enemies are kiting. I am trying to put rounds into their cupolas, and that is why I am aiming, not using gold rounds. I am using standard rounds, and well, you guys are watching the lack of accuracy of this vehicle. It's not so good. If you're not fully aimed, you're not going to penetrate or hit shots, so be mindful of that. I mean, where did that shot go? I mean, it was almost fully aimed, but I cannot just hang around in front of the enemies. I have to snipe as well. That was a bad shot on my part, and now I decided to move away from this area because this T150 was also trying to play, but also blocking my view as well. Over here I see that our KV2 and VK3601H are flanking, and M6 as well as the T34-85M are moving backwards to engage them. So I thought, why don't I move against these vehicles from this area and put rounds into them. We fire. Now T150 is like panicking and turning towards me, but too late. He has been put out of his misery. I fire a shot, and I mean, where did that shot go? This is just unreal. I fire and an ally comes in front of me, and I fire again, and well, I do damage, and he was finished off by the KV2. I mean, we could have done much more damage to the M6, but we were totally unlucky over there. Now this WZ, we are going to flank him, and I tried to track him, failed in it. WZ turns towards me, I fire, and I put him out of his misery. He was KV1S hit him as simultaneously as I did, and we finished off the WZ. Now I am aiming, fire, and AMX 13F3 fire, and that artillery has been finished off. Just like that, we are on 1906 hit points with 3 kills. 4 enemy vehicles remain. Type 64 is over there, which has been killed just now, and now we are loaded for bear, moving against the enemies, which must be situated somewhere around these bushes. Let's see, partners. And Skoda T25 has been spotted. Now I am carefully waiting to aim. I fire, and look at that. So accuracy is not really something to write home about in this tank, let me just say that. And this time I am carefully aiming, trying to counter the wiggling maneuver Skoda T25 is making. I fire, hit another shot, and Skoda T25 was finished off by the KV1S. This AMX-12T was in the bushes, was spotted, and well, hide some more, little guy, hide some more. I'm going to speed this up now because it is going to be a long drawn fight. Why? Because my thinking was our team is going to finish off the remaining VK3002M, and that is why I am going to go and sit in the camp, thinking that I'll just camp while the team goes and finishes them off. Sadly, our guys are hanging back, not taking the fight to them, and we just end up capping them. I had a chance to put a round into them, I bounced. So anyways, the result is that we won the game handsomely, doing a lot of damage, securing Mastery by Yes tanker as well. But we'll check out the post-game stats in details about both the games. So without further ado, let's check out the post-game stats. In the Stijanki game, we got first class mastery badge without any medals, nothing to write home about because we were a cog in the machine, a machine which was on its way to victory, even though we secured a lot of XP, 1294, so that is not small achievement. 2122 damage, 2122 damage with 5 kills, 1294 experience. That is not small achievement. However, no fancy medals were secured, only 5 kills. So all in all, good game with good amount of experience and profit. What more can one ask for? And in the Ghost Town map, we got Master by Yes tanker, I don't know how many times I have gotten mastery badges, tankers, but sadly I don't really win much games in it because of the lack of accuracy, and I do not have a fun time playing this tank. Maybe I am firing too quickly, or maybe I'm not using the right set of equipment. Well, I know it. Not happy with the accuracy. This vehicle misses a lot of rounds. Anyways, we got 2628 damage with 3 kills, 1491 base experience, so a lot of fantastic result for the Rudy USSR. By the way, if you have a Rudy, because this tank was introduced in the game back when there was no Polish tech tree, and Rudy is a Polish vehicle because Rudy used to be in a Polish television show. So after the Polish tech tree was introduced, one had the option of switching the nations to Poland, but I stuck with USSR, and that is why my tank's name is Rudy USSR. If you choose to switch to Poland, then you would get a Polish crew along with Polish skin of this vehicle, and its name would change to Rudy PL as well. Anyways, there you have it, partners. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I hope to see you guys in the next ones. More content is going to be resuming because I was on a long break, but I am back, and more World of Tanks action and videos are on the way now that that black cloud of the update and all the crew changes in it has been removed from our heads. So you can look forward to a lot of good content in the coming days and weeks. So I hope you enjoyed again, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. So until next time, goodbye, my noble friends.
With my